Well, good morning. The rooster's crowing. I don't know if you'll hear him or if he's done, but there he goes. It's time to get up and get hiking. Anyway, I am wrapping up my Power Zero at Lisa's hostel, also called Buck Off Farm. I've had a great time and I am up and ready to go. We're going to leave the house about 8 o'clock. I'm probably going to have her drop me off at the cafe so I can get a little Wi-Fi. There's no Wi-Fi here, but anyway, Cafe 101 in Boiling Springs has good Wi-Fi, and I can get a couple of videos uploaded, and then I'm going to start hiking. I've got about 14 miles today to the Darlington shelter, and a lot of it is flat, so I'm looking forward to having a good hike. It's gonna warm up. It's like only like 56, 60, somewhere in that right now, and it's really clear, and looking at the weather, it's gonna get up to the 80s in the next few days. It's gonna be into the 90s, so we got a heat wave coming. But what I hear, at least for today's hike, is that there is a good amount of tree cover, even though we'll be walking alongside farms and houses and things like that. It'll be different to mix things up a bit, and then I believe either at the end of today or starting tomorrow, I am full on into the Pennsylvania rocks, so that should be fun. Anyway, I'm feeling good. I had a great zero and I am ready to roll. Well, it took me a good hour and a half to get videos uploaded at the cafe, but I had a nice breakfast while I waited, so that was cool. It's about 20 to 10 and I'm on the road walking out of Boiling Springs. It'll be interesting to see what the day is like, what the flat walk is like. Here it's through neighborhoods and that sort of thing, and unfortunately I'm pretty achy right now. My ankles and my knees are giving me a little bit of trouble, but I trust that once I get warmed up things will get better. And I see a sign right there for the AT, which must mean that I get to get off the road and start doing something a little more interesting. Let's go find out. Alright. Goodbye, Boiling Springs. Love ya. Nice town. And sort of into the woods, but not quite today. Okay, guys. I have a bit of a confession to make. I am hiking and crying this morning because one of the most difficult things about doing the trail, whether you're doing sections or doing the whole thing, is meeting good people and then having to say goodbye. And sometimes you bump into them again, even weeks or months down the trail, and you reconnect, and that's awesome. And sometimes goodbye is just goodbye. And you know, I was hiking with a deer bait for a bit, and we literally just met at Crafton Gap shelter and had some good conversation and kind of did our own thing, and then we're in camp together at night, and then we actually hiked together for a few days, all day. And I don't usually do that. I usually enjoy being by myself, but for some reason they say the trail provides, and I do believe that people are put in your path for a reason, and somehow we just really connected and had a great time hiking together. And so it's kind of hard after a zero to get back on the trail by myself and miss that companionship, the laughs and the conversation. And I'm sure I'll meet more people, but I always do. I always have good friends, but yeah, just a little bit tough this morning. Just feeling not sorry for myself, but just a little sad at saying goodbye. So I'm crying. There's probably more to it than that. I'm a little bit homesick. Miss my family and other things. And I think I told you I could have had a little bit of a heavy heart when I started the trail because of so much going on lately. And was feeling a lot better, but this morning at least it's kind of back. So I'm going to work through it as I walk and hopefully have my smiling face back on in a couple hours at least. Ah, Vermud. I remember you well. PA's looking a lot like you right now. Oh man, we've seen a lot of mud, but this is a pretty long stretch right here. Just saw some day hikers or folks out for a run, and they stopped short when they saw all this. But I'm gonna slip and slide my way through. I'm walking through the woods right now, but I'm literally just on the edge of a cornfield. You can see through the trees right there. Just had to practice my balance beam skills on that one. There is a lot of mud through here. Alright, sorry the light's not great, but I wanted to check in again. I've been hiking for about 2 hours and I am feeling better. The tears have dried and I've decided, or at least realized, that instead of being sad about deer bait going home, I should be thankful for the time that we had to hike together and the friendship that we enjoyed. I also realized that I should be thankful for the solitude today and the chance to process some of the things that are on my mind. So I've been just kind of hiking and the wheels are turning in my head, which is good, working through things. And I know that deer bait, if you're watching, you're probably laughing about me looking on the bright side again, because yes, I am an eternal optimist. So anyway, the hike is absolutely beautiful. All around there's fields and then woods and then more fields, and pretty easy terrain other than some mud and an occasional rock or two. Lots of hikers go in the same direction, so it feels a little bit like I'm on a pilgrimage of sorts. But yeah, even though it was kind of a rough start for me, the day is shaping up well. Past a guy mowing the edge of the trail. Keeping the grass down means less chance of ticks, so I'll definitely appreciate that. Time for a little lunch break. Eating the pizza that I packed out from last night. It is was supposed to be spicy ham and pineapple, but I had them leave the hot sauce off, so it's bacon and chicken and pineapple and barbecue sauce. It's pretty good, even cold. Trying to talk with my mouth full again. I don't have any manners. Just had a nice little chat with a thru-hiker from Birmingham, England, named Ironman. I actually met him this morning at the restaurant because he was wearing a BJ Cotton t-shirt, and I got all excited. It's like, did you hike with BJ? Some of you might remember BJ. He hiked for veterans last year for an organization called 22 Too Many, and apparently he left a shirt in the hostel at Angel's Rest, and Ironman picked it up and was wearing it again. So I had a chance to tell him about what BJ is doing, and that was cool. And then we just had a nice little chat here as I'm taking a break, and he's gone on, but I'll probably see him again at the shelter tonight. Well, that over there is Interstate 81. Just came out of the woods back there, and I guess I need to do about a quarter-mile road walk to get to the other side of the interstate. So this is going to be a little hot stretch, hot and dry. But I'm on the downhill side. I think didn't double check gut hope, but I think I'm close to about 9 miles for the day, which leaves me 5 and change. So this stretch of trail today, as you can see, has been pretty flat, pretty easy hiking, and actually not bad to look at. Between the cornfields and the views and the farms and the trees, it's been nice. But the one thing that you can't pick up on YouTube is the smell. With all the agriculture around, there's a pervasive scent of manure. In spots I thought it was just like horse poop, but as I've crossed over some of the farms, I think that it's probably fertilizer or manure that's been put out to age to use as fertilizer and that sort of thing. So it's a little stinky. There is a blaze up ahead, so I know I'm heading in the right direction. And it looks like these fields have already been harvested, and they've got some other things growing. Maybe crops to fill in the gaps. Or that one looks like Little baby corn coming up. I just stopped at the Scott farm behind me. You can see that kind of cool looking barn. There's supposed to be water there. There are actually several spigots, and it's owned by, or at least run by, the ATC. But for some reason the water system is shut off, and I guess no one's thought to drop some gallon jugs for thirsty hikers, although it would be awfully nice if they did that. So the next water northbound is 3 more miles, which makes a 13-mile stretch with no potable water. I mean, there's been plenty of water. There's water right here in the stream. But with all the agricultural runoff, it's not the kind of water you'd want to drink. So anyway, I'm heading under the bridge. Lovely graffiti here. And moving on down the trail to get my water and then get up to the Darlington shelter. So it's been a good day. I've had fun, met a few new people. Had my reflection time this morning, which was nice. I needed it for sure. And yeah, just keeping on hiking. There's some neat little stretches of boardwalk along here. I'm actually walking along next to the river, which is kind of a tease because it's not drinkable. And I just looked at gut hooks and I saw there's about a 600-foot climb in the last mile or so to the shelter, maybe a mile and a half, we'll see. But anyway, that will be thirst inducing. I will be very happy when I can fill up my water jugs, my water bottles, and camel up. And although I don't feel dehydrated yet, I still would love to rehydrate, stay hydrated.